All right. I forgot I had these on, which is a trip. I'm a little bit manic right now. I can't sleep. So I thought of, it's a video I've been wanting to make for a while. So I just kind of wrote it out. And hopefully I'm in a different room. I think I'm away from everyone. No one can hear me. So here we go. I drink them at night too. Look at that. I drink them all the time. Okay. Okay, though. Here we go. Okay. Addiction. Is it a disease or is it choice? Okay. Obviously, this is going to be my opinion, and I'm going to throw some things out there. It's like always, dude. It's just, it's just, yeah. You're just going to hear me babble. So here we go. No, but seriously, it's. I know it's controversial. I know it's gonna. It is what it is. I don't really care. So here we go. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. Obviously, it's a freaking complicated freaking question, though. I mean, seriously, it's a complicated question. It's not a black and white issue, for sure. I think that there's people that who use the disease as an excuse and for attention, and you know what I mean. They use the disease. Oh, it's a disease, and it's just their excuse to keep using, and they kind of get attention. I've met people like that, and it's kind of like Randy on South Park. Oh, dude, it's such a great episode if you haven't seen that, though. Anyway, but I also think or know that there's people who don't know crap about freaking addiction, and they're harsh, and they assume that you can just stop whatever you're using on a freaking Thursday or what, or you know what I mean. That's kind of, and they can be very judgmental, and they don't know how deep addiction runs. They have no idea about physical dependency and mental illness and whatever. So you kind of get what I'm saying. I'm trying to kind of give two sides of the coin here. Okay, so anyway, sucks I didn't bring another one of those. So I'm gonna just down that freaking thing. I've told you I'm manic, dude. I'm freaking manic right now. I do have my regular water though. Okay. It's like the video with my kid. Okay, I need a drink of water. Anyway. Okay. First off though, here we go. I guess that wasn't first. This is second off. Here we go. This is what I wrote down. So whatever. Okay. I think words matter. Okay, words have meaning. But the fact is, you can develop physical and psychological dependency if we're talking opiates on this channel a lot, but with so many other, benzos, with alcohol, crack, cocaine, and meth. I mean, seriously, all that crap. So, but there is physical dependence and psychological dependence and all that crap. Okay, that's just a fact. Okay. You change the chemistry in your body. We know that, it's not just a simple, it's not like it's coffee and even that you get a headache or something, but you get what I'm saying. Like, it's not even like pot. Like pot's purely just, whatever the addiction is to pot, it's a psychological thing, and it's not that incredibly hard to stop. I mean, it kind of is it's its own little booger, whatever, if you're someone that's struggling with it, but it's not, you get what I'm saying, you don't get physically dependent, it's not gonna, anyway, but and obviously too, like, some people are more prone to use, okay, and drink and stuff because family history or just their freaking life, life isn't always easy, especially if things were bad, like as a child, or like molested, or I mean, dude, people have freaking just terrible freaking lives. And, it's like sometimes you meet people, it's like, oh, no freaking wonder you hear their story. And it's like, yeah, no wonder you do that, because you're numbing all of that crap that happened to you. And I'm not, but there's people that have had even worse lives or just as bad that don't use at all or whatever. I mean, like, it's not just like, oh, you had a bad life by default. You're just gonna, bad life. You're an addict. You get what I'm saying? I'm not lightening what happened to you or anything, but you just get what I'm saying. That's because it's just the truth. There are people that have gone through just absolute, you know what word I want to use, crap, but it's not crap, it's the other one, and they don't necessarily use, okay? But the changes to your body and your brain, dude, they can cause freaking mental illness, dude. Like seriously, and or maybe you're just self-medicating in the first place. You know, self-medicating might be going on. For sure, and maybe you need to, find a different avenue or something. There are cases of severe cases. I do think that I do. Dude, this video is just. It's going to be controversial. Well, I don't care, but I think that. Well, I think that we'd all agree. We're all talking about big pharmaceutical companies and stuff, dude. America and the West, really, we love to just hand out medication. Oh, you're feeling anxious? Here, I'm going to give you some benzos. And then you get physically dependent on those, and when you stop taking those, you could die. But you won't have anxiety. I mean, it's just or whatever it is. But we just love to feed people medication, whatever it is. People people used to just deal with stuff. It's like I guess you drank after work, or whatever to relieve some stress. But there's alcoholics, so I'm not anyway. But we do, dude. Our culture is just like, oh, you have this problem, take a pill. You have this problem, take a pill, take a pill, take a pill, But anyway, so, but yeah, dude, dude, this truth, like, I truly believe this, like, you can develop, like, bipolar elements, and amongst other mental illnesses, too, but, like, dude, bipolar, just think about it, like, think about this. I used to tell like my family and stuff, like, think about this. When you're using, okay, especially like in the opiate world, okay, sorry, it just, sorry, but especially in the opiate world, okay, you're using, okay, and you're getting high. Well, then you're freaking, you get dope sick, and then you get high again, and then you score, and then you get your whatever. And you start using, and you're whatever. I'm not really making sense, but you get what I'm saying. You're up and you're down. You're going up and down. You're doing that with you're messing with chemistry in your body, and you're always going up and down. You're living the life of a freaking bipolar person, and it becomes it's mental illness, man. It freaking when you go up and down and you screw with those chemicals in your brain, you do that long enough, like, dude, yeah, for sure. But now. I will say though, as well, like the usage and stuff, it's got to start somewhere, right? I mean, you didn't just wake up and just be like, oh, well, okay, I guess there are babies that have to do, that's just the worst freaking thing ever. Dude, my wife works in OBGYN too, and they just hear of all this methadone babies and stuff that got a freaking detox. Anyway, but you get what I'm saying, like it started somewhere. Okay, the usage started somewhere. We started somewhere, Again, it's not a black and white issue, but a lot of us, when we used, we liked it, we loved it. Okay, and we became addicts. We loved it. We kept going back to it. We liked it at the beginning. It was a choice, dude. It was something that we chose to do, and it became a mental illness. Though it became an addiction, and it became a mental illness. And in other words, yeah, we chose it, and we kept going, and knowing deep down in our hearts that it was wrong, especially relapse, seriously, I can say that from my own personal experience, like I knew I went set, so long, months and months and months, and I knew how freaking terrible it was. I knew the withdrawal. I knew how just the game. Everything, and I chose to do it. I chose to do a stupid freaking thing. Okay, some people would say, "Oh, well, you relapse. That's right there. You're helpless, and that's your disease." I say Bolshevik. Okay, I don't think just because you relapse that means you have a disease and stuff. I don't think that's necessarily true. At least it wasn't for me. I completely chose. I made that choice. No one's forcing you to put that needle in. No one's forcing you to grab those pills. Okay, it's just the truth. It can be very hard. Some of us, it's harder for other. I'm not saying that's the thing. It's harder for some people than other people. We are built differently, and there's different circumstances and factors for sure. Okay. You get what I'm saying, but Anyway, I mean, we all have appetites. We all have certain appetites. Like guys have a different appetite than, or more appetites to sex than women typically. I mean, yes, we have testosterone and stuff, but there's things you can't just go around having sex with every woman, or you kind of get what I'm saying. Like, I mean, there is a point where there's that things that you have to be able to control and tone back. You can't just be a wild freaking animal, or you know what I mean, and just live off of fleshly desires, and you know what I mean. Like you gotta kind of own up, or you know what I mean, and try to control this vessel. Okay, for real. And I've sucked at it. Okay, I'm freaking learning. I don't want this to sound judgmental at all. I really, really don't. Okay, I really, really don't. I hope that is not sounding like that. Because this is all stuff that I believe, dude. Even when I was hard up using, dude, I would have said the same crap, dude. It would have hurt to say it, but it's what I believe in my heart. But I will say too, I do know. I also know what it feels like to be and to just feel powerless. Okay. And that doesn't just go for addiction to drugs either. It's just powerless in general, dude. Like without God, period. Like, dude, like no one can not sin. Okay. But I truly do know what it's like to just feel powerless and stuck in just being like, gosh dang, am I ever gonna freaking get off this drug? Am I ever gonna be able to do it? Why did I relapse? Why can't I do it? You know, it gets really frustrating. Never give up, okay? But back to words real quick, okay? Disease, okay? Now, humans do like to change definitions of words, okay? We know that. We like to change just definitions of crap, like gender, okay? For instance, there was always two, and now there still is two, but in society, I don't even freaking know. I've heard that it was like 60 something, and now there's like 71 now. I mean, like, it's just like, okay, I mean, biology, science would tell us that there's two, okay, just like before. But humans change stuff. We change definitions of stuff, and disease has been one of them that we've kind of really broadened. In fact, I was reading about this before I made this video. I was all manic and and it's real broad now. The word disease. So. But anyway, but I guess here's what I'm saying, and I'm sure you already know where I'm going with this. I don't think it's a disease. I think it is a choice. I mean, I guess I've kind of been saying that, but I don't think it's a disease. I do think it's a choice. And the reason why I really say this too is I think it is disrespectful to people who like have cancer, and other terrible diseases and have no freaking choice. They don't have a say. They don't have a choice. It didn't start with, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it would be really hard for me to go into like a hospital and see like people dying from cancer and be like, you have a disease? Well, so do I. Hey, we're on this, like, and I know that there's different levels of disease and stuff, but you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, just because they don't have a choice, even a person with this disease or that disease, sometimes, well, you can bring on diseases by your actions and your decisions. If you're making bad choices, though, too, you can bring on, and that's kind of where that mental illness comes in, or I mean, if you do want to call it a disease. It's formed by your choice, kind of, or you kind of create this disease, this monster, but it started with a choice. It wasn't like you were just born by default. Like you're an addict, that's what I believe. But an addiction kills people. Okay, it kills people. People kill themselves doing it too. And sometimes it sucks. It's sad. Sometimes all it takes is one time of some just bad stuff or just an OD or whatever, and sometimes it's 40 years old or 50 years old or just living hard and it kills you that way, whatever. It's a slower death, but it's still quick compared to, a healthy person. But it's a dynamic issue, okay? It's a very dynamic issue. And I just think that we should call it something else. That's really my thing, because we call it a disease, and you go to meetings and it's a disease, it's a disease, it's a disease. It's a lot of people just eat it up and they use that as an excuse to just keep using and I'm helpless, I'm powerless, and yes, like You can really, I'm power. I needed to go to God. I was powerless, okay. But sometimes I think that it gets used as a crutch or a whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but I just think that we should call it like addiction or mental illness or dependency. I mean, those are still very strong freaking things, you know. And it's its own thing. That's the thing. It's not just lumped in. It's its own thing, and it's a freaking dynamic issue. And it's not just. And that's the thing. It's not just an easy choice. That's the thing. I say I don't try to. I'm not trying to make this sound like, you know, like, yeah, like I said, like you can't just stop it on a Thursday, you know, or something. You know, it's very hard. It's very deep. Okay, but. It's and that's the thing. I think this kind of way I look at it is it starts, which I might have already said this, but I think at least it starts as choice, and then addiction, and then, you know, maybe dependency, and then illness, or maybe you could say illness and then dependency, whatever way you want to work that, or however you want to shuffle that. But choice, addiction, illness, dependency, you kind of, but it starts out as a choice, okay? You get what I'm saying? But then it does turn into that very dynamic issue, okay? That whatever, I keep saying that, I don't know, I like, the dynamic is a cool word, okay. Anyway, but ultimately, dude, the thing is too, is I don't want this to sound judgy. I want this to be hopeful. You can freaking change. That's the thing. You can get off whatever you're on. You can freaking overcome it, okay? You may be in an impossible, whatever. You might be in an impossible situation. I don't know. It just didn't flow off the tongue good. I didn't feel like, but anyway, you might be in a terrible situation that just seems impossible, and, you know, maybe a single parent or whatever, and that doesn't change the definition, of disease. Oh, well, that means it's a disease or something. It's like, well, no. You're just you're a good person that really in your heart wants to get off of it, but you are just in a tough, terrible situation. You made bad decisions in your past, but now you're just in a tough, very hard, impossible situation, okay? And I think that people need to give some folks a break, okay? Seriously. There's people who truly want to get off and feel stuck, and maybe they are, you know, and there's people that I think can be too hard and too judgmental and not understand how crazy of a thing this actually is, and how hard it really freaking is to get off of certain drugs, okay? And so you know, I hope I don't want this to be like I'm being hard on people, or like, I get it all. I'm obviously I'm a freaking addict, okay? I'm struggled with addiction my whole adult life. And I know that there's people that are just, they want to get off in their heart. They really want to get off this crap in their heart. They're just in really tough situations. And I think that folks need to give them a break. I do know people that kind of use that though too, and that you know how it is. It's all about the heart. It's all, dude, Team Jesus, baby. No, but it really is. It's all about your heart and your motive. Like, people, it's between you and God. Okay, straight up. And anyway. But and honestly too, like, you know, because I gotta say this is, it's possible, because it is possible, you know, even in those impossible situations, you know, like Jesus was explaining basically the, you know, standards of God to the disciples and stuff, and a guy was asking about how to enter into the kingdom of heaven and whatever, and Jesus gave him an answer and whatever. The disciples said, how does anyone enter the kingdom of heaven? You know, they're asking Jesus. And Jesus just straight up looked at him and said, with man, it's impossible. Okay? With man, it is impossible. But with God, all things are possible. Not some things, not most things, not 99% of things. All things are possible through God. All things, okay? And Jesus showed that at the cross, okay? He showed that at the cross. God literally came down and did it. If I was God, I wouldn't have done that. And that's why the Bible says his ways are not our ways, his thoughts are not our thoughts. That is for sure, because if I was God, I would have just kept up and hanging out in paradise. You know, I wouldn't have, I would have tried to make some other way for humans to be able to overlook sin or something. But his standards are, dude, he is true to his word, and there's obviously creation already up there with him, that know his standards and are like, well, how's he going to do this one? Because he says the wages of sin is death and da da da. I mean, but he showed it up. He's like, no, I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, I'll do it. I'll prove to the angels. I'll prove to all the stuff I've created in the last billions and trillions of years, and then I'm going to show these humans how much I love them. I mean, he showed it all up, baby. He showed Satan up, everyone up. Okay, I'm going off here, but I don't care because I'm manic and it's late. Okay, here we go. Where are we? But I do believe here too. Here's another thing, because I know a lot of Christians follow this, dude. It's like, think of this, dude. Like, God gives us free will, okay? You know, different circumstances for sure, but I don't think He makes folks who just by default are to live as addicts, you know, their whole life. They're just destined to be an addict, okay? There's different circumstances, there's higher chances and stuff, but it's not like you're just, oh, you have a disease, no choice, that's just who you are, okay? I don't think that, okay? And I just think that all things are possible through God too. I really do. And I think, dude, and I just want to say this, I think addicts have so much to freaking offer the world. I really do. Dude, you guys, dude, we have so much to offer the freaking world, okay? We're better than this. For sure. And that's saying there may be very, very deep roots to pull up and address to each person. Dude, each person has their own freaking issues, dude, and they've gone through different crap. We all are unique and individual, and we've each had different lives and stuff and difficulties and stuff. It's not, like I said, it's not a black and white issue, okay? It's not, I'm voicing my opinion, but like, just, I really want to make it clear that, like, there are cases where it's just like, well, yeah, dude, this person, I mean, they didn't have a chance in heck, or whatever. Like, yeah, dude, their parents were feeding them drugs at the age of 13. I mean, they didn't really know what they were even doing and stuff. Like, I'm speaking broadly, okay? I'm speaking to most people here, okay? I know that there's always certain situations, okay? I'm talking in general here, okay? When you go to meetings and but anyway, but if calling addiction a disease, makes you feel better, or you just disagree with me, like, whatever, dude, like, that's fine. It doesn't, like, don't just, if you believe, don't give up. Don't just get comfortable in that. Okay. I believe in you. Okay. Like, seriously, like, I don't think you're helpless and hopeless. I really don't. And I don't think you always need to refer to yourself as an addict, even at some point. Like, I know that me and my counselor disagree on this issue. We disagree on, like, he's freaking been off. He hasn't drank in over 40 years, and he still calls himself an alcoholic, which is cool. Like, whatever. I don't care. But I was like, you don't seem like an alcoholic to me. Like, you seem like a freaking guy that's been clean for 40 years, and you're like, but whatever. Like, it's all good. I mean, again, this is just my opinion, man. And the reason why I say that is I believe that we are truly new creations in Christ, okay? If it doesn't always happen overnight. That's the thing. It does not always happen it really never happens overnight. There's some crazy freaking people that just have faith like a child. That's just, it's really cool. It's really freaking cool. But God is faithful. Okay, it doesn't always happen overnight, but God is faithful. He always comes through in the clutch to those who seek Him. You must seek Him. We can't just sit back and go, oh man, I hope God delivers me. And it's like, well, are you reading your Bible? Are you seeking Him? Or even going, is it the God of the Bible? I mean, like, seriously, like, are you seeking God diligently? Or do you care? Or are you watching TMZ? And you know what I mean? Like, or watching the 49er game all the time, or whatever it is. For sure, like, we got to seek Him. God expects that. He expects us. He's given us brains. And we, wonder about our existence and stuff. And anyway, this video is a trip, isn't it? I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, I say choice all the way, okay? I made bad choices and some even worse choices, and I made a choice to leave that lifestyle. It was a choice that I made, okay? And so did you. I know a lot of you guys, you made that decision, and you guys made the best freaking decision to leave that freaking lifestyle, and you're battling and you're fighting and you're clawing, and some of you have relapsed and you're not giving up. You've made the choice to just not freaking give up, and that's freaking awesome. And you know, like I said, I made the choice to leave that lifestyle. Other people have, and you can too. You really freaking can. Okay, just don't use the disease to excuse or whatever to keep you from getting clean. Okay, don't get comfortable in that. Is kind of what I'm saying. I don't care what you call it, really. I mean, really, this is my opinion, but I just don't want you to give up and just be, well, I have a disease, or you know what I mean, like. You know, Jesus healed the sick anyway. He did. He healed the sick anyway. And so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is a disease, but Jesus can heal you anyway. Okay, that's really seriously. Doesn't I mean seriously? It's not about being right or wrong. It's about you can get over this. You can beat this, and you can be healed. Okay. You can choose. There's things that you can choose. You can choose to. You know what? I'm gonna freaking pick up the Bible tonight. I'm gonna put this to the test. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna start tapering. You know what? I said I'm gonna jump on the 23rd of March. You know what? I'm gonna freaking do it. I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna follow through. I mean, you know, for real, we can make, these are choices. It has to, if you're gonna get clean, it's got to start somewhere, okay? Just like our addiction started somewhere, well, getting in recovery has to start somewhere, okay? If not now, then when? And that's, man, I've told myself that for so long, and I procrastinated, though. I get it. So, but I know I'll catch some flack on this, you know, and this is my opinion, and I know, I know people who used to, when they were using, they used to think it was disease, and now that they got clean, they say it's choice all the way. It's very interesting. Not everyone, though. Not everyone, for sure. Obviously, my counselor and me, we disagree, but don't get me wrong. You know, don't get me wrong. We damage ourselves using. You know, but it does start somewhere. Okay, and it starts by not making very good decisions. You know, not dealing with stress in ways, and so we choose to. You know, we just don't make good choices. And that's it. That's my video. So yeah, my opinion is I obviously lean toward its choice, you know, but I hope it's encouraging. It's an encouraging choice. It's a choice that you can make, and you know, but there's consequences, and there's mental illness, and there's stuff that takes a long time to right. You know, you got to right the freaking wrongs, man, and it's a trip, but it can be done. It can be done. Okay. God bless all y'all. I freaking love all of you. Even the people, if you're mad and comment, I don't care. It's all good. It's your opinion. I have the right to voice my opinion. You have the right to voice your opinion. All right? So let's do that. This is America, baby. America. All right. Well, and Australia and the West, baby. Yeah. All right. I haven't talked to anyone it's all people from the West. Dude, I met someone from Germany, United Kingdom, lots of people from Australia, and obviously all over America. But, yeah, that's it. So anyway, V for Victory. God bless all you guys. Stay clean. Never give up, okay? God bless and salute.